Yeah, so great. Guys, let me know where you are tuned in from. Let me know where you're watching from. We are live this morning. So some of you, maybe you're watching from home. Some of you are watching from your business. I want you to let me know where you are tuned in from right now. So karibuni sana. Those of you who are in the diaspora, you're watching from the diaspora, welcome. Yes, so I'm your host. This is Bob, founder Bob Properties, and we are continuing with our discussion that we have been having about safe land investments in Kenya. Okay, and today we are continuing with part 4. We have done part 1, we have done part 2, we have done part 3, and we are continuing with this series so that we help you invest safely in Kenya. Some of you who want to invest in land banking investments. So this is one of the best places. I normally say that as an investor, the first place to start when you are investing is knowledge. You need to begin with knowledge about whatever you want to invest in. Yeah, the first step to do is always begin by investing in knowledge, and that is the knowledge that we are bringing to you live here in our platforms. Yeah, most probably on YouTube you can access this. So if you've not watched part 1, 2, 3, you can just go to my YouTube page, Bob Ondijo, Land&Houses, and you'll be able to catch up with you know, the past or the previous land investment episodes that we have done. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section where you're watching from. Some of you in the diaspora, let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, and today we are looking at something that is most important when you are doing your land investment. Yeah, okay, something that is very crucial when you are you know, engaged in your land investment, when you're purchasing your land. Yeah, there is somebody that you need to hire, okay, when you are purchasing your land, and that person we call a surveyor. So why should you always hire a surveyor before purchasing land? So let me begin by saying that purchasing land is one of the most significant investments that you can make in your life. You know, it's one of those big investments. You know, besides buying a house, besides buying a car, you know, this is one of the most you know, significant investment that you can make. And sometimes it may seem straightforward, but skipping the crucial or critical steps can lead you to making costly mistakes. Yeah, and among the most important but yet often overlooked steps is hiring a professional land surveyor. Not just a land surveyor, but hiring a professional land surveyor. Okay, a qualified land surveyor. Yeah, so that this qualified land surveyor will be able to provide you with the essential insights into the property that you want to buy, in terms of the boundary, the usability, and the legal status, you know, and this will ensure that your investment is secure. So we are going to explore why hiring a surveyor is non-negotiable. Okay, why hiring a surveyor is non-negotiable when buying land in Kenya, and how the expertise protects you from potential land dispute, protects you from legal issues, and also protects you from financial losses. So number one thing that you need to know is that you need to confirm the land boundaries. Okay, so you need to confirm the land boundaries, you know, and one of the primary roles of a surveyor is to define the boundaries of the land you intend to purchase. Okay, one of the primary roles of the surveyor is to clearly define the boundaries of the land you intend to purchase. Okay, and often what is described on paper, you know, may not match the reality on the ground. What you have on your paper, you know, may not be the same thing on the ground. Yeah, and this will lead to disputes with your neighbors, or even some legal disputes. Yeah, So why is this important? Number one, it is important to hire professional land surveyor to avoid boundary disputes. You know, a surveyor ensures that the boundaries of the land you are about to invest in match those recorded in official documents like the registry indexed map. You know, so what is a registry index map? Registry index map, we call it a RIM, is just a map that is showing the, you know, how the different plots within the area that you want to invest in are subdivided or are divided, and their boundaries, you know, and their locations and the exact, we call them coordinates, or the GIS coordinates, yeah. And this will protect you from unknowingly encroaching on a neighbor's property, yeah, because if you're not careful, you might find yourself, you've encroached in your neighbor's property, and you end up even building something permanent on that property. And later on, when your neighbor comes to, you know, survey his land, then he discovers that you have overlapped in his land, and maybe you went ahead and built some permanent structure. You know, if you are not careful, you'll realize that you might incur huge losses, because some neighbors may demand that you demolish your structure, yet you've spent some money on this particular structure. There's time that has gone in this structure, there is energy that has gone to this structure. So it will help you to avoid a lot of losses, and also avoid, you know, loss of income or some huge amount, yeah. Number two, why this is important is because the professional land surveyors will enable you to, you know, get to have an accurate measurement, yeah. So you need to realize that surveyors use advanced tools, yeah. They use advanced tools to provide precise, specific measurements, accurate measurements, okay. And why they are using this is because they want to help you to confirm the land size matches what is indicated in the title deed, yeah, okay. So that's why you need to engage them, yeah. So if you realize that maybe somebody was selling you some property, and they're hesitating to allow a professional surveyor on that property, then you need to treat it as a red flag, you know. And if you are proceeding, you need to proceed with caution, yeah. Number two, a professional surveyor will verify legal ownership and encumbrances, yeah. So you need to realize that land surveyors often collaborate with lawyers and land registries to verify the property legal status, and they'll help you to uncover the hidden issues that could, you know, maybe threaten your ownership rights. And what are some of the things that the surveyors are checking? Number one, they are checking the encumbrances. You know, surveyors can identify any legal claims. They can identify any, you know, easements affecting the land, and they ensure that you don't inherit unresolved disputes, yeah, okay. Something else that the surveyors check is the ownership confirmation. You know, by mapping out the land and cross-referencing it with the title deed, surveyors, they confirm whether the property is legally owned by the seller. Because you might come across sellers claiming that they are the legal owners, but until it is verified by the professional surveyors, then you cannot take that as the true, you know, the true ownership by that particular seller. So always combine the surveyor's finding with a legal search conducted by a qualified or a registered lawyer for maximum protection. Number three, professional surveying and surveyors will ensure usability of the land. Yeah, surveyors, they assess the land physical characteristics to determine its usability for your intended purpose, whether it's for residential, whether it's for commercial, whether it's for agricultural use. And some of the key insights provided by surveyors include the topography. You know, surveyors analyze the slope and the elevation of the land. Yeah, you need to check those. How is the land sloping? What is the elevation of the land? You know, which can affect construction codes and agricultural usability. Yeah, is the land flat? Will it be retaining water? What's the type of soil? Yeah, the soil quality. They also check the soil quality. For agricultural land, a surveyor may evaluate the soil composition to confirm its fertility and suitability for farming. Okay, they also check the drainage and the flood risk. Surveyors, they identify areas that are prone to flooding or areas that are prone to poor drainage, and they help you avoid costly surprises later on. So that's why you need to engage them, you know. So you need to realize that investing in a surveyor upfront can save you significant cost in addressing usability issues after you've purchased that property, you know. Number 4, surveyors also are professional registered surveyors. They also help to prevent land scam. Yeah, you know, the rise of land scam in Kenya, you know, that makes it very essential for you to have professionals on your side. And we are talking about having a professional land surveyor. You know, why? Because they're also fraudulent sellers. And these fraudulent sellers, they often exploit buyers by providing fake documents, you know, or they're selling land that they do not own. So a surveyor's expertise can help you to avoid such trap. So how will surveyors help you in preventing land fraud? Number 1, when it comes to fake title deed, a surveyor will help you verify if the land physical location matches the details in the title deed, and they will expose any inconsistency. Yeah. Number 2, the surveyors will also come in to help point out if there is some double sales. By confirming the property's exact coordinates and ownership history, surveyors can detect cases where land is sold to multiple buyers. And we've had this case because of greed, yeah, where people are selling land to multiple buyers, okay, yeah. People are selling land to multiple buyers so that they make a lot of money, yeah. So you need to engage a registered professional surveyor to help you, you know, overcome such, okay. Now, when hiring a surveyor, you need to verify also this surveyor. Are they registered with the Institute of Surveyors Registration Board, okay? So that you ensure that you're only working with professionals. Number 5, a surveyor will also come in to help you assist in subdivisional and development. Yeah, if you plan to subdivide or develop the land, hiring a surveyor becomes even more critical. Why? Because they ensure that the subdivision process complies with the local regulations, with the county regulations, with the national regulations, and that each plot has accurate boundaries. So what do they do in this case? You know, they do subdivisional planning. Surveyors, they map out the new plots within the property. They ensure that each one has legal dimension and proper access roads. Yeah, okay. I don't know whether you've gone to some estates, you realize that there's no even proper access roads. Yeah, everybody has built the way they want. Yeah, the drainage is messy, the road is messy. You have to park your cars very far away, you know, from the property you are trying to access. Why? Because there was no proper subdivisional planning. So this is where now the surveyors come in, okay? They also help with development support. You know, for construction projects, the surveyors will help identify suitable locations for building, for utilities and other infrastructure. So what are we saying? We are saying that proper subdivisional planning adds significant value to the land and ensures compliance with the local laws, and as such, it prevents future disputes. Number 6, surveying and professional registered surveyors will help you with compliance with the local regulations. Now, you need to realize that in Kenya, land transactions and development must comply with the various legal and regulatory requirements, okay? from the government. Yeah. So surveyors are well versed in these rules, and they'll help ensure that your purchase adheres to these rules. So what are some of the regulatory support provided by surveyors? For example, zoning laws. Surveyors will verify whether the land is zoned for your intended use, whether residential, agricultural, or commercial. Yeah. Number two, they also come in when it comes to government approvals. The surveyors will guide you in obtaining the necessary approvals, such as land control board consent for agricultural land transactions. Yeah. So what are we saying? That we are saying that non-compliance with the local regulations can lead to penalties or even loss of the property or even loss of the land. And a surveyor will help you to avoid these pitfalls. Yeah. Number 7, protecting your long-term investment. The surveyors will help in protecting your long-term investment. Yeah. So beyond just the purchase process, hiring a surveyor ensures the long-term security of your investment. Okay. Why? Because proper survey will provide a reliable foundation for future development, for future legal claims, for future reselling of the property. Yeah. So how do surveyors protect your investment? Number 1, when it comes to legal documentation, a professional survey report adds credibility to your ownership claim and simplifies future transactions. They also help you when it comes to resale value. Why? Because you need to realize that buyers are more likely to trust and pay a premium for land that has been professionally surveyed. Yeah. That's what buyers are willing to buy. Yeah. So a surveyor's report is a valuable asset. And you know what? Because it's a valuable asset, will offer you the peace of mind, and it will enhance your land marketability. Yeah. Now, something else you need to know when it comes to surveying of the land is the role of green card in land transactions. Yeah. So in Kenya, you need to realize that land transactions involve various documents and processes to ensure transparency and legality. Okay. So among these documents and processes that ensures transparency and legality is the green card, which is a crucial document that plays a significant role in verifying ownership, and it uncovers encumbrances and protect you as a buyer from fraud. But one thing you need to notice is that sometimes it's often overlooked, but green card is one of the most reliable tools in confirming the legitimacy of land transactions. And I want us to explore what the green card is and why it matters in land transactions and how you can use it to protect your investment. So what is a green card? So a green card is the master record of all activities relating to that specific piece of land that you want to buy, maintained by the Ministry of Land. So it's typically a physical card held at the land registry and serves as the foundational document for the land's legal and ownership history. So when you want to know about the history of this property, then you get to the green card. But when you want to know the current ownership, then you obtain the search. Search will show you the current owner of the property, but green card will show you the previous owner. In other words, the green card shows you the history of that property. And what are some of the key details found on the green card? Number 1 is the first registration. Records the original owner when the land was first registered. Number 2, the ownership history. The green card tracks all subsequent transfer of ownership over time. It moved from person A to person B to person C to person D, and now it's held with person E. The green card should be able to show you all that. Yeah. So it also shows you the encumbrances, list of mortgages, charges, maybe caveats or restrictions placed on the land. Yeah. current status. It shows the land's current ownership and whether it is free from encumbrances or disputes. Okay? Yeah. So the green card is the most authoritative document to verify land authenticity, and it cannot be faked or altered without detection. And one of the things that you need to also notice when it comes to green card, you also need to be careful to look at the dates, yeah, because there are some, unscrupulous land professionals. There's some, untrustworthy officials that doctor the green card. So you need to check this green card. Is it fresh? Does it appear like it's something that has been manufactured recently, yet the ownership, the ownership of the history of the land is showing some years back, yet this document seems so fresh? Why is it so fresh? Could there be some alterations with this green card? Because the people who are manufacturing green cards, yeah. So you need to also check that. So why the green card is important in land transaction is because it provides you with the clarity and assurance in land transaction by offering a complete history of the property. And this is why it is considered a vital resource for you as a buyer, for you as a seller, and for you as a legal professional. Number one, because it verifies ownership. The green card is the ultimate proof of who owns the land. It identifies the legitimate owner and ensures that the seller has the legal right to sell the property. Okay? Then it also identifies the encumbrances, the loans, unpaid taxes, legal disputes that are tied to the land. They should be recorded on the green card. Because buying land with unresolved encumbrances can lead to financial or legal troubles for you as a buyer. So how does this help you? Before committing to purchase that property, you can check the green card to ensure that the land is free of any restrictions or financial obligations. Okay? And then it also protects you against double sales. In case of fraud, some unscrupulous sellers attempt to sell the same parcel of land to multiple buyers. Maybe they sold the land to buyer number one. They have used the money. The buyer number one is claiming the money, back. Then these sellers decide to sell this property to another buyer at a higher price so that they use part of the money to pay the first seller and they retain part of the money as profit, So the green card helps you to verify if the land is actively involved in other transactions, So a thorough review of the green card will prevent you from unknowingly purchasing land that has already been sold or is under dispute, So how do you access the green card? It's a straightforward process, but requires attention to detail to ensure the information is accurate and up to date. Yeah. So just visit the land registry, request a search, review the green card, then cross-check the information. Ensure that the details on the green card match the title deed and any other document provided by the seller. Of course, my advice will be to work with a registered lawyer, a registered land professional to interpret the green card correctly and identify any potential issues. Yeah. Okay. So common issues identified through the green card are ownership dispute. Conflict over ownership are often revealed in the green card, especially if multiple people claim the right to the same property. Unregistered transfer. If previous transactions were not properly registered, the green card should indicate those gaps in the ownership history. Fraudulent transaction. Fake title deeds or forged ownership claims can be exposed by cross-referencing the green card with the title deed and other documents. Okay? So, when do you use a green card? You use a green card in multiple stages during the land transaction. Number one, before purchase, because you need to verify the ownership and check for any illegalities, to ensure that the land is free from financial and legal issues. During the ownership transfer, confirm the seller's name matches the details in the green card. and then dispute resolution. Use the green card as evidence to resolve ownership disputes or legal challenges. Okay? Yeah, so what are we saying? We are saying that the green card should be part of your due diligence process. And we are saying that you should not skip this step. Why? Because it provides a comprehensive overview of the property history. Okay? So you need to realize, guys, that land transactions in Kenya involves various legal and technical, documents. Yeah? And you need to verify the authenticity of these documents and the boundaries of these properties. Okay, and one of the most important tools we are saying is the registry index map, the green card. Okay, yeah. So I want us to move forward and explore what is the registry index map. What is its significance in land transactions, and how can you ensure that there is transparency and accuracy in the property. Okay? Now, what is a registry index map? So a registry index map, commonly referred to as a RIM, is an official map maintained by the Ministry of Land and Physical Planning, and it provides, a graphical representation of the land parcels within a specific area, detailing their boundaries, detailing their sizes and location. So there are three things. This registry index map details the boundary of that property, the size of that property, and the location. Those are three important things. Yeah. So unlike a title deed which confirms ownership, the RIM, which is the registry index map, is a technical document that defines the physical layout of the land. And what are some of the features of the RIM? Number one, boundary, clearly marked property boundaries for individual land parcel. Okay, yeah. And then subdivision, information on how the larger parcels of land have been subdivided into smaller plots. Okay, yeah. Then it also shows the neighboring parcels. Yeah, it also shows the neighboring parcels. Yeah, it also shows the neighboring parcels. Okay, yeah. It also shows the neighboring parcels. Yeah, details of adjacent properties, which is useful for verifying the land location and boundaries. Okay, so think of the registry index map as a landowner's map, which is essential for confirming that what's on paper matches what is on the ground. So why is the RIM important in land sales? Why is the RIM important in land sales? So the registry index map document is vital because it ensures the accuracy and legality of land transactions. And number one, the registry index maps helps to verify boundaries, because one of the primary functions of this map is to confirm the exact boundary of the property that you want to invest in. And this will help you to avoid boundary disputes and ensure that you as a buyer, you know exactly what you are purchasing. Why? Because it will prevent encroachment onto neighboring properties. Yeah, and it will confirm that the seller is offering the land as described in the title deed. Okay. Okay, so if the title deed indicates a parcel of size, let's say 0.5 acres, the registry index map helps you to confirm that the physical boundaries align with this size. Okay, yeah, it helps you to confirm that the physical boundaries align with this size. Yeah. Number two, cross-checking the title deed. So you need to realize that while the title deed confirms ownership, the registry index map verifies the physical existence and boundaries of the property. And a mismatch between the registry index map and the title deed is a major red flag. Why? is this important? Because it ensures that your title deed corresponds to the actual legal piece of land. Okay, and it will also identify discrepancies in the land record, such as maybe there are some overlapping plots or unregistered subdivision. Okay, so what you need to do is that you need to always cross-reference with the registry index map with the title deed to ensure consistency before you finalize any transaction. And number 3, we are saying that it will also prevent fraud and scam, because one of the things that you need to realize is that fraudulent land sellers may attempt to forge documents and sell non-existent parcels. Yeah. So one of the things you need to know is that the registry index map will provide an additional layer of verification to ensure the land exists and matches the description that is provided. And why is this important? Because it uncovers fake land subdivision and maybe non-existing parcels. Yeah, and also this will ensure that the land is registered and part of the official land records. Okay. Number 4, the registry index map will also help in facilitating land subdivision. So you need to know that when subdividing a larger piece of land into smaller plots, the registry index map is updated to reflect the new subdivisions. Yeah, maybe it's a bigger block, now it's been subdivided, so the registry index map should show that the subdivision that has taken place into smaller plots, and this ensures that all plots are properly documented and can be legally sold or transferred. And why is this important? Because it protects you as a buyer from purchasing unregistered or irregularly subdivided land, and it also confirms that the subdivision complies with legal regulations. Okay. Yeah, the subdivisions complies with the legal regulations. Yeah, so number 5, the registry index map also helps to support dispute resolution. Yeah, boundary disputes are common in land transactions, so the registry index map is an authoritative resource for resolving such disputes. Why? Because it provides official records of property boundaries. And the reason being, this will help settle conflicts over maybe encroachment or maybe unclear property lines. Yeah, and it also provide evidence in court or mediation proceedings. So how do you access the registry index map? Just visit the land registry. The RIM is stored in the land registry office, corresponding to the property location. Provide the title number. Then maybe at the surveyors you get the map. Yeah, and then just buy and pay. Yeah, pay the required fee. A small fee is usually charged for accessing or obtaining a copy of the registry map. Then you have your map, and just review your map, carefully examine the map for accuracy, including the boundaries, the neighboring properties, the subdivisions. Yeah, so the registry index map will show some of the things, that you need to know. Number 1, the registry index map will show overlapping parcels. Maybe there were some plots that were encroaching on the neighboring properties, due to errors or fraudulent subdivision. The registry index map will show that. And registered subdivision, if a plot is subdivided but not updated in the registry index map, it may not be legally recognized. Yeah. Boundary discrepancies. The registry index map can uncover mismatched boundaries between the map and the physical land. Okay. So always resolve these issues before proceeding with the transaction to avoid future legal and financial complications. Yeah. Okay. So if you have gotten value, we've talked about the importance and the role of professionally registered surveyor and surveying before you purchase your property, your land. And then number 2, we have also talked about some documents. We've talked about the registry indexed map. So I want you to type in the comment section below maybe what you have learned from the first section, Yeah, I want you to type in the comment section below. What have you learned when it comes to the survey? Yeah, and also when it comes to the registry index map, I want you to let me know what you have learned. Yeah, let me know what you have learned. Let me know what you have learned. Let me know what you have learned. Yeah, let me know what you have learned when it comes to the survey. Yeah, let me know what you have learned. Okay, yeah, when it comes to the survey, let me know what you have learned. Okay, yes, let me know what you have learned in the comment section. Are you getting value? If you're getting value, give me a 1 in the comment section. If you're getting value, give me a 1. Give me a 1 in the comment section. If you are getting value, give me a 1. Yeah, give me a 1 in the comment section. If you are getting value, give me 1. Also type what you have learned in the first part. Yeah, so I want us to move on. And I want us to look at why real estate should be part of your wealth building strategy. Yeah, real estate should be part of your wealth building strategy. So why should real estate be part of your wealth building strategy? So you need to realize that real estate is one of the most time-tested and reliable ways to build wealth. And in Kenya, where there is a lot of population growth, there's a lot of urbanization happening, there's a lot of infrastructure development, and all these aspects are driving land and property values even higher. And so investing in real estate will offer you, as an investor, unparalleled opportunities to secure your financial future. You know, unlike many in other investments, real estate combines, number one, stability, consistency, and returns, and the potential for exponential growth. And do you know what? This makes real estate an indispensable part of any wealth building strategy. So I want us to explore why real estate is a powerful tool for wealth creation and how you can use it to achieve your financial goal. Number one, real estate appreciates over time. You know, you need to discover that the value of real estate tends to increase steadily over the years, making it one of the safest investments that you can make. For example, in Kenya, cities like Nairobi, as well as emerging satellite towns like Kikuyu, Kitengela, Juja, talk of Kangundo Road, talk of these Ngong areas. These areas have seen significant land price appreciation due to urbanization and infrastructure expansion. Okay? And why is this important? Because real estate is a tangible asset whose value increases with demand and development. There's a lot of infrastructure projects such as roads which are being done. There's a lot of residential projects coming up, commercial projects are skyrocketing. And when you invest in these areas with the planned infrastructure projects, you are maximizing your appreciation potential. Okay? Number two, passive income through rental properties. So you need to discover that real estate provides a unique opportunity for you to earn passive income through rental properties, particularly through the rental properties. And in Kenya, especially in Nairobi, the demand for rental housing is on the rise, driven by urban migration and the growing middle class. Okay? And why does this matter? Because rental properties offer a steady stream of income while the property itself continues to appreciate in value. And residential and commercial properties in high demand areas, have excellent rental yields. Okay? Number three, real estate offers diversification for financial stability. You need to know that including real estate in your portfolio does this. It diversifies your investments and it reduces your overall risk, you know. Unlike stocks, cryptocurrencies, which can be volatile, real estate offers more stability and predictability. Why? Because real estate acts as a hedge against inflation, ensuring your wealth retains its purchasing power. Number two, real estate provides a counterbalance to other investments, helping to stabilize your portfolio during economic downturns. For example, while the stock market fluctuates, the value of a well-located real estate remains steady, providing a reliable anchor for your finances. You know, so you need to diversify within the real estate by investing in different property types, such as residential, commercial, you know, the land banking investment, agricultural land. You know, number four, real estate builds generational wealth. Okay, real estate is more than an investment; it's a legacy, and by owning property, you can secure a stable future for your family and pass down these assets to your next generation, to your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. Why? Because land and property rarely lose value over time. They making the land and the property ideal assets to transfer to your children and to your grandchildren, you know. And another thing is that real estate provides a foundation for long-term financial security, enabling future generations to build on your success. Your child can inherit your property once you are gone. Your great-grandchildren can continue to earn from your property once you are dead and gone, you know. So a family that invests in lands today can subdivide it in future, build some rental properties, sell portions for profit, you know, and this will ensure financial security for many years to come, you know. So you need to focus on acquiring real estate in areas with the long-term growth potential to create lasting value for your generation. Number five, real estate helps to leverage opportunities for wealth expansion. You know, real estate allows you to use leverage, meaning you can borrow money to acquire property and pay it off using rental income or resale profits. You know, and this does what? This enables you to grow your portfolio and wealth faster than through cash-only investments. Why? Because leverage lets you control high-value assets with relatively small upfront capital, okay? And banks and financial institutions in Kenya, they offer, you know, favorable mortgage terms for real estate investments. For example, purchasing a plot in Kikuyu, Nachu, using a loan and developing rental units can generate enough income to cover your loan repayment while still providing profit. So what are we saying? We are saying that you need to use leverage wisely by investing in properties with strong income potential to ensure you can meet repayment obligations. Number six, advantage of real estate is that real estate offers tax advantage. You know, in Kenya, you need to discover that real estate investors enjoy various tax benefits, you know, making it an attractive choice for building wealth. Why is this important? You know, expenses related to property maintenance, mortgage insurance, and depreciation can often be deducted from your taxable income, okay? And another thing is that investors who sell land and property held for an extended period benefit from capital gains that often outpace inflation, you know. So what are we saying is that you need to work with a tax advisor to understand this, how you can maximize the tax benefit of your real estate investment. Number seven advantage of real estate is that real estate is tangible and secure investment. Yeah, unlike stocks and other intangible assets, things that you cannot see, real estate is a physical asset. You can touch it, you can see it. You know, these are tangible investment that you can see, touch, use, and this sense of security makes it an appealing option for you as an investor. Why? Because land and property provide emotional satisfaction and the peace of mind because they are less susceptible to sudden market crashes. Yeah, and in times of economic stability, you need to discover that real estate retains its intrinsic value as a necessary resource for housing, business, and agriculture. So what are we saying? We are saying that focus on acquiring land or properties in well-developed or growing areas to enhance your security and long-term value, okay? Yeah. So those are how many benefits? You've talked about 7 benefits of investing in real estate. I want you to type in the comment section, what have you learned, about real estate investment advantages? What are your take home? I want you to comment that in the comment section below. Have you gotten value? What have you gotten from this webinar? Okay, type in the comment section what have you learned, and I want you to also share these 50 times with your friends. Share this 50 times with your friends. Okay, and if you have gotten value, let me know in the comment section. I've gotten value. What value have you gotten? Type also that in the comment section. So have been your trainer. This is Bob, founder Estbob Properties. If you're interested with investing in property here along Southern Bypass, the number to call is 0706 359 585. That is my personal number, 0706 359 585. You can also call our office line, 0794 000022. Bye bye. See you in the next episode. Happy Labor Day.